The equation is simple for England. Win today and top the pool going into the Rugby World Cup quarter-finals. Lose and things may get a little complicated. Tougher matches, tougher draws, and a tougher way to World Cup glory. Hello everyone and welcome on to Cornflakes Script, your home of Rugby Challenge 3 and the Nathan Nichols Be A Pro career, where we are in our final pool match of the Rugby World Cup. Up against us is Samoa, a team capable of proving to make some shock upsets, but generally a team that has performed under what people expect them to at this tournament. The English team is unchanged going into today's matchup, with the backline performing well, the forwards doing their roles as well, and an England team that is looking in ominous form after that crushing victory of France last match, but they were tested in their second half. The question for Samoa is, what did they learn from that game against France? The French really showed how you can challenge England. You've just got to play your best, but you've got to be defensively sound, and you've got to hold on to every little piece of ball that you can. Samoa always have a team capable of performing at the top level. They just lack the consistency to really put it away all the time. They're a physical side, they're a hard-hitting side, and they'll be looking to put a few people in their injury ward for the English before their next match, which will be a quarter-final. So Samoa playing in the, well, red and blue. Bit of a different kit for the Samoans here today, but it is England in the white, of course. Final pool match of the Rugby World Cup for England, and Samoa is underway. And straight away, England, with the ball in hand, look to put some pressure on towards the Samoans. A little break down the short side from Armitage, but he's gone straight into touch, so nothing played there. Probably should have looked to opt for a kick instead there. Things got a bit complex pretty quickly there for Armitage. And the Samoans have an early opportunity to do something special here. They won the ball at the front of the line now. That is mission number one. Short side, change of directions. Through the middle they go. They've got numbers everywhere. England throwing a lot of players into breakdowns. They keep this alive, and it's about 5-on-2. Nichols will have to work. Is the offload coming? No! That would have been curtains if it was. Nichols steals the ball in the breakdown as well. And England have the back, and Ford smashes this one perfectly between fullback and winger and causes them a bit of grief as the return kicks comes straight down to where Nathan Nichols stands. He breaks the first line. He's looking to improve his way up over halfway, and he beats the fullback, and it is all over for them now because no one has the speed, maybe apart from one Frenchman, to keep up with Nathan Nichols. We saw Gal Ficker really put on the challenge last match, but here against Samoa, once this one had gone, it was all over. Red Rover once again, saying that far too often in the group stage. Nichols has that extreme speed, which of course he maxed out recently as well. So it's showing just how quick he can be. And another try, and he's mounted up a few in this tournament. And points totals as well. 5 already in this match, but with the goal kicking as well, he is absolutely smashing the points tally. 8 minutes into the game, and it is 7-0. England holding the early lead over Samoa. They had the early chance, but the last pass couldn't go. And Nichols capitalised, well, twice, didn't he? Once for a turnover, and second out wide. Samoa get things back underway. A very, very deep kick that has gone into touch. And Tulo has made another error for Samoa.
Crouch.
And Captain Nathan Nichols, he's opted for a scrum.
Set.
This game is still too close to take any chances. I guess that's just reasoning behind that. And it's only 7-0. Samoa is a team that if they get their tails up, They can be tough to beat. It's a very tense scrum here. Karma goes left. Stanley changes directions. Now they go to the right. And it's a nice move as well. It finds its way to Banahan. He's still got Nathan Nichols with him. And that'll be another try. Too simple. Not really a training ground set play, but when you get Banahan and Nichols one-on-one with the fullback, it is goodbye. Another great try. And you see Banahan all by himself. Bang! Just popped it up, didn't he? Didn't give it any direction, just left it behind. Nichols hit it at speed. And that was the difference here. What's it? Popped up, bang! Once he slapped onto that ball, there was nothing that the Samoan winger could do to stop him. Once he's behind Nichols, it's tough to put away. Second strike of the match for Nichols and for England. 13 minutes gone. We are once again up a point a minute. 13 and a half gone. It's 14-0 England. Samoa, well, already they look down and out, don't they? Wonder where the first test in knockout rugby will come from. There's been no challenge apart from that second half against France. But there was a lot of minnows in this group. It's a deep kick. Nichols gets a hospital pass there from Armitage. He's got to be careful with those as well. Injuries is the last thing we want to see. Atwood goes away to Armitage. Oh, he chose to step as well. Gives it beautifully away to Williams. Oh, high tackle. And that is just part and parcel of the game that Samoa will bring. Nichols with the ball right on halfway. He's got a strong breeze against him as well. Looks like he's going to opt for touch. He's smashed this towards the touchline. Fails to find touch. That is the first mistake. And through goes Samoa. Oh, he's broken 2 tackles. Finally, the fourth to take him down. And that shows what Samoa can do. Can they keep that up? A kick looks like it's ensuing. There it is. Beautifully across field as well. Sits up. And Nichols, he drills this, a perfect spiralling punt. Oh! He was just in the 22. I thought he might have gone out. And Samoans, they looked a little bit excited. But the perfect spiral goes into touch just over halfway. And with that, Nichols completes his objectives. Oh, that's a loose line out. Samoa pull it in. Nichols is up in the line, looking to make things happen. He's got to make tackles. Wow! Banahan, I think he's just taken a man to the second row. Oh, England's throwing this over. Big cutout pass, missing 2-3 players out. They go all the way wide for Atwood. Atwood cuts it back inside. It's another good chance for Williams. Oh, he's overrun it, but it's there for Stafford Armitage! And England get 3! That was nothing to do with Nichols. And he's right there giving him a rough on the head as well, because that was a finish. Great play. Inside and out. You see Williams there, back to Armitage. And Stefan Armitage grabs the Rugby World Cup try. But you see Nichols trying to keep up with the play. On the inside, on the outside, but he's just too fast for these forwards. Makes it hard for him to stay back and keep momentum on the ball, but they didn't need him. Armitage finished himself. And now we have the kick. Strong wind going from left to right. And over it goes. Simple one-run front. And 21-0 is the score. Samoa getting left in the dust of a rampaging England. What can they do, the Samoans? They've had glimpses, not many of them, but there have been glimpses of what they can do. Try scorer Armitage. Nichols jumps in to help out. Well, no one was even required there. And across comes Karma. Goes to Guy Armitage. It's back there and down the short side they go. Nichols puts a little grubber kill, chip kick over the top. He regathers. He looks back for Banahan. And Banahan goes with the touch. Just holding on there. The Samoan defence. They've got a line out, which has really operated quite nicely. Until now. Oh, I had to say it, didn't I? I just had to say it. And Atwood steals it at the front. Nichols, he's around the back. He's looking to help out. Charging all. It just didn't quite time that pass. Keeps in tow, though. He's right there for support. Wide ball. Keeps it alive out there for Armitage. Armitage goes one more to Stanley. Stanley tries to fend his way through. He's held up just short. They go once more. Bates tries to go himself. Could be trouble for England. They try to charge in to help out. Nichols, he's all by himself. Puts a little grub through. This could be dangerous as well. But it's pulled in beautifully at the back by Samoa. Nichols tries to charge down the kick. No one's at home back there. Plenty of red and blue jerseys helping out. But England survived the scare. Downing does well. Out to Stanley. Nichols has to turn around. Go all the way back himself. And Stanley gets a little bit of support there from Nathan Nichols. Karma's little run. Oh, Nichols again down the short side, looking to charge through. Offloaders there, and it's taken as well. But that's got to be a turnover. It is for Samoa. Now they've got to be careful, England, because it is all on. Nichols up in the line, wanting to make tackles because that is his objective there for today. The win, number one important, but it is 21-0. He's staying right around the fringe. Hope someone is back there covering. Oh, it's a turnover. It's come back to England. And Stanley gets a average pass from Nathan. Here is Blanchard again. He's trying to do it all himself. He's had a couple of runs. Oh, this is lost ball back to Samoa. Nichols. Oh, he just about didn't make that. And now he's got the ball back, straight back as well. He chips over the top. But a mark is taken. He's really trying to up the tempo with some special plays here, Nathan Nichols. But at the moment, Samoa not allowing the play to go ahead. Here's the tap, here's the kick. Looking for touch. Oh, whoa! What's a play from Nichols to even keep that in his hands? He's dragged down. He beat one defender. What a grasp. Ford, deep running. And they keep it wide out there for Banahan once more. He shrugs out a one, but cannot keep a foot from straying into touch. Huge pass from JP Jones, number 8. He goes full time. Who wants to play on here? I'm not sure either side really will. Samoa probably, if any, would like to. They'd like to score a try just before the break. Though they're going to kick it away. Well, this is just, you know, inconceivable, really. Nichols is trying to kick that out. Oh, he somehow offloaded it. And it's still going here, England. Nichols just wants to end this here. We don't want to get involved in this breakdown, and we are getting involved in it. We're going to lose the ball. Get out of there, Nathan! Samoa turn it over, but he's straight in touch. Oh, dear me. They did so well, Samoa. But just that execution, the decision-making is just not there. And England dominate the first half. They go in at 21-0. One-way traffic, 78-22 on possession. Territory's pretty even though, but the line breaks 10-1. And you just don't win a game when you're down on line breaks 10-1. The scrum battle has been even, and England have also made 3 handling errors to zip. But then again, you look at possession, it's 22-78. So you're not going to do much with 22% of the ball, are you, Samoa? That is first things first. We talked about it at the start. You've got to hold on to the ball, starve England in possession. That is how you beat them. And obviously scoring points is a pretty crucial part of the equation as well. Something Samoa have failed to do. Only a couple of teams have managed to do that against England. Here's a great take by Samoa. How have they kept that alive? They keep it brilliantly flowing through the back line. Offloads are thick and fast as well. Samoa out of the blocks. Most of the English defence still hasn't recovered. They're all clustered to the left side. Wide they come, looking. Oh, he's out. Oh, what a terrible pass by Samoa. What were you thinking? They were almost in behind. Nichols didn't know whether to commit to the one player with the ball or to go out wide to the guy without it. As a result, into touch they go. Now here come England. Nichols keeping the ball alive nicely, finds it out to Armitage. Armitage in tow with Stanley. Stanley in there to Nichols, puts a little grub through. It's 1 and 2, it's still going. What a ball away to Stanley! Unselfish from Nichols, but that is the skill of the man. I'm not even sure why he grabbed it along there, because he was home in a straight sprint. But he tried to make things interesting. Armitage did well. Nichols just put a couple little grubbers in, confident enough just to pop the pass to Stanley and say, get your confidence up, lad. It was all created by the thick passes, wide passes as well. Maybe he was just losing his handling there as he took the pass from Armitage, turned into a little grubber, still resulted in a try. And how good is this man? He's only scored 2 himself. He's got a couple of his teammates right into the action. Remarkably, it's still 0 for Samoa. They had those hopes, they had those glimmers. I mean, they started the second half so well. And how quickly England can turn nothing into a try. So 6 minutes on, another try on the board. Samoa getting it done here big time.
Advantage.
Oh, that's a knock on. Now a chance for Samoa. Scrum advantage on their side. They go to the short side, looking to break through the tackle of Banahan. Can't do it. It's still there for Samoa. Nichols takes on the short side. Nichols tries to stop him. He does. Advantage is over as Nichols gets up and tries to turn it. It's gone back. Oh, it looked like he was going to kick it. He keeps it alive. Now they spread it. Oh, they change directions. 1 and 2, back the other way. Nichols, surely he's got to be stopped here. That was a great run by Samoa. And they're going to hang on to the ball as well. This has got to be a try-scoring chance for the Samoans. He has got to be over. He is, surely, isn't he? Referee says no. Nichols is just going to plant this away. It doesn't just reach the 22. Oh, that is heart-wrenching for Samoa. You saw him in contact and you thought surely he's going to roll over. He was just short. The referee, well, he said he was short. Does anyone agree? Not in the yellow, well, not in the red and the blue shirt. That's for short. Don't know where yellow came from. Samoa have the ball still though. On the 22, they are close to touchline. And another silly, silly play by the Samoans ruin the chances of that. Nichols opts for a 7-man line-out. Ball security is the most prominent. Oh, we've given away a penalty here. Not straight. And Voitov with a rear error. And the gift to Samoa keeps on coming. Oh, they've opted for a scrum.
Sit.
Well, I guess their line-out didn't work the last couple of times. The scrum was pretty safe. So you've got to give it to them there. Don't want Nichols to be up. You want him to fall back as soon as possible, like 10 seconds ago. Wide pass. Nichols looks to make him commit. It is 3 on 2. Inside ball, the dummy looking. Oh, it's come loose! And England pull it in. Nichols just too good on defence. Gives him time. And again, he's kicked this away. Chases there from Banahan. Nichols chases a kick back. Samoa. Oh, a step. He keeps it alive as well. Does very well. More room here for Samoa. Is he in touch? No. Stanley, and now he is. Samoa will be aggrieved. They should have scored 2 tries. Yet they are way back now, up to halfway. 28-0 though. I mean, they put 70 odd on. Oh, that's a turnover line-out. They put 70 on Namibia, so Samoa definitely a lot better side than that. But still time remains. Nichols slices through one. He's looking for a support. Finds forward. Oh, that is a great tackle. Puts him to bed. But Stefan Armitage looking for 2. He grabs 2. Nichols has been the ultimate creator here today against the Samoans. They've really focused on him, but they have not taken to his teammates. Armitage has had a stormer. Beautifully ran that line between winger after Nichols and Ford took out fullback and defending cover. There it was. Bang. Great play from Ford. And a great try from Armitage. It's remarkable how Samoa comes so close, yet they couldn't put it away. Now England get a glimpse of an opportunity, and it results in surely 7 points. Another conversion, another success. 35-0. The nil is the bad part for Samoa. I don't think they'll mind conceding 35 against England. But I think they'll feel they should have scored at least 2 tries here. 35-14 or 20 or so. It's a lot more respectable scoreboard. And that has not gone out. Well played. Well, both England. Oh, wow. Well, I thought well played both sides there, but they've given it as out in the full. And Nichols, the kind-hearted man he is, says, this time, boys, have another go. The result has been and gone, but the ability for you guys to have a good finish to the World Cup is not. 35-0, 15 just under to go. Second phase runners here by Samoa. They're keeping on. No, nicely. Nichols has turned around. Got to watch these 3 guys out here, though. They could be a threat. Armitage is coming over to help out. This little pick and go. One off there. And, oh, England have turned this over. Banahan gets it, and Nichols is getting it back. It goes to Ford. Ford is hanging on the shoulder of Nichols. He knows where it. Oh, no! Oh, we talked about this at the start. George Ford is going off. And now Coleman is coming on. It does a shake of the head. Thigh injury, what it looks like for Ford.
Crouch. Bind.
I mean, it could have been Nichols, so we're happy.
Set.
But poor old Georgie Ford, eh? Samoa have turned the scrum over. I was too busy working out my tactics, and the Samoans have got one back. Nichols is firing up into the line. He's got to chase this one. There's 4 Samoans. Should have been a break there. 4 on 2. Nichols, well, he's put him in touch. Another terrible short side play by Samoa. They take that aspect out of their game. They have been competitive in a lot of aspects. Here's the line out. Samoa turn the last one over. Oh, and they turn this one over too. Problem here for them though is there's too many defenders out in the back line.
Release.
And they try to keep it tight round the line out, and they get a good few yards too.
Advantage.
Oh, and a knock on. Well, that sums up the day for the Samoans. England mug the player who knocked it on and picked it up again. But that is a disappointing end
Crouch.
for Samoa. Just 5 minutes to go, 35-0. Both teams have really shut off now. But you got to say Armitage and Nichols look quite excited out there on the right. Tidy scrum. Samoa have turned a couple over from England, so they'll take confidence from that. Coleman changes directions, and that is a really nothing play there by England. Once again, Atwood. Oh, what a ball from Atwood! Giving to Armitage, who once again gets behind the defence. Nichols over the ball, hands it in between his legs, quickly out for Karma, and the pick and go puts Karma in for his try of the match. That's his third of the tournament, and that's 40 for England. He is electric. But how about Armitage? I mean, Stefan Armitage, you are a freak here today against the Samoans. Karma, acceleration through the hole, and away he went. Oh! Did he put that ball down properly? Referee's called a try, and Nichols, well, he's already lining up conversion. But we'll have another look at this replay. Last time, it bobbled. But Karma, Karma's a cucumber. Third try. Nichols has only got 2 in this match. Time is pretty much up. The referee will probably finish it here. Conversion is over. Nichols grabs another couple of points. Well, Samoa, let yourselves down here today against England. The juggernaut continues though. The Red Rose is marching top spots in Pool A and top spots into the quarterfinals. Not their best performance. They tried to get everyone involved. They tried to make things happen. They tried someone other than George Ford at 10, but hopefully he'll be back fit next match for the quarterfinal. Armitage 2 tries, Nichols 2 tries, Karma and Stanley 1 apiece, and Nichols 6 out of 6 from the tee. Now Samoa, I should have at least 2 names, if not 3, to read out here, but they have not done the job. They're finishing numerous times, falling millimetres short, and they come away with a big donut. Not the first team in pool play against England to come away with the big zip. Well, they increased their possession up to 37%, Samoa from 22. They actually won the territorial battle, and the handling errors came a lot more in the second half, 5-2. England making a couple more there. The injury to Ford, we'll check out what effect that had, but look at that. 14 line breaks of 5. That's 4 in the second half by Samoa, and just 4 in the second half by England as well, so that's interesting. Penalties conceded, just the one for the high shots and scrums. So it's a good battle there. Samoa actually turning over a couple of set piece plays, both for lineouts and scrums of England's. Full time, Nathan Nichols, 2 tries, 6 conversions, 5 line breaks, 8 tackles, 2 contests won. That's almost unprecedented. And 4 handling errors, but I think they were all bad passes. I do recall we had offloads as one of our objectives. You can see we got 0, so a full house of completed objectives is out the window, but hopefully still 4 out of 5 would be alright. And 4 out of 5 is exactly what we got as well. 8 tackles, required 5, 7 rucks entered, we only required 1. No handling errors, 204 kicking metres, 46 required, but no offloads. So no increase for fitness, speed or acceleration here. 0.7 on aggression, 0.2 on agility, 0.4 on tackling, 0.3 on passing, 0.1 on offloading, 0.8 on kicking and goal kicking, 0.5 on catching, 0.7 on strength, and 0.3 on mental. So that is an interesting little array of increases there, because a lot of them are stats that are quite low. So it's good to see we're getting things up like offloading, catching, tackling as well, up a bit more. Passing is almost up to the top there. So good little increase there. I fear we're not going to get a good rating though. I think if it's over an 8, we should be happy. So, okay, 8.58. That's, I feared it wouldn't be as good as a 9. But overall, that's a solid performance. A lot of line breaks, a lot of tackles, a lot of running meters and kicking meters as well. Getting up a decent score, 8.58. I think we can be relatively happy with that. Okay, this is the big one here, guys. Now, this is it. This is where we find out what's going on here. This is where we should be finding out our quarterfinal opponent, isn't it? Or is this the end of the season? Hang on. Okay, no, I saw Super Rugby, and I saw Advance on the left, and I was like, what's going on? What's going on? Hey, look at this. Quarterfinal, England versus USA. Well, I notice we have no news in our inbox. So, first things first. Oh, wow. Okay, so, I don't know. I'm not sure what's going to happen here. Alex Davies has come into the team. Well, Alex Davis, I should say. Where's Ford gone? Stanley, Shingler, Armitage, Banahan. He's still got Nichols. What about injuries? Okay, so why didn't we get a mail about Ford being out for 51 days? Not quite sure what's going on there. Coleman is a guy that come in. He's a scrum half slash fullback. 44 rated, absolutely dreadful. So Ford is out for the tournament. Not going to see him back at all. Brake is back next game if we make semi-finals. So I don't think we're going to see him back because Calm is doing amazingly. This bench is absolutely dreadful. Marcus Watson is the only man who's half decent. Wow, the terrible bench as well. But most notably, we have got Alex Davis back in the team. So, right, that makes a bit of a difference there as well. So that's team news done. Let's take a look at who actually made it through the pool play. Okay, so let's get down there. England top, 5 wins, 5 bonus points, 25 points. France just dropped 1 bonus points, but still 4 wins, getting them 20 points. So they go through second easily. Samoa still finished third, but just ahead of Belgium and Namibia. Portugal grabbing nothing at the bottom there, not even 1 bonus point. Pool B sees the All Blacks through. USA second, just over Georgia. Canada, Italy, Tonga rounding out that pool. But how good is it to see USA and Georgia fighting out that second spot in Pool 2? The All Blacks, though, did drop 1 bonus point. We'll check out the results from the last round very, very soon. South Africa taking over Australia. How about that? Fiji, Romania, Russia, or Japan and Russia falling away at the bottom. How far has Japan fallen? I mean, really flirting with qualification a few years back. Now they are second last in their pool. Not good for the Japanese. But South Africa, they pip the Wallabies and go top of the table. Argentina with their win over Ireland, they top that Pool D. Ireland just survived to stay second. Wales, Scotland, Spain and Uruguay rounded out. So, fixtures. I don't know what's going on here. We've got South Africa versus don't know yet. Oh, because it's... Okay. I see what's happened. Right, I'm looking at the wrong thing. This is quarterfinals. Let's go back. We'll cover that in a second. But that was our game there. Samoa going down in a big way. Italy over Tonga. South Africa 29-18. That is a real hardy Southern Hemisphere clash between those two. Wales over Scotland. France thrashing Portugal. New Zealand, wow! 16-13 over USA. I'm a bit concerned now about the Americans, because that's who we've got. Fiji over Japan, wow. Argentina thrashing Spain. Namibia over Belgium. Canada over Georgia. Well, that is why USA went through, because Canada knocked over Georgia. Romania over Russia. Ireland over Uruguay. And then we have quarterfinals. Okay, quarterfinal number 1. South Africa over Ireland. New Zealand over France. Hey, now isn't that a throwback? Quarterfinals of Rugby World Cup, anyone? All Blacks versus France. 27-12 though. The voodoo does not stick once again. Argentina knock out the Wallabies. Yes! How about that? Get some of that to you, Australia. You're gone. Finally, England versus USA for that final semi-final spot. So we have South Africa versus either England or USA, and we have New Zealand versus Argentina. It's going to be one Northern Hemisphere team, because USA or England will fight it out. But New Zealand, South Africa, Argentina, it's almost like a real Rugby World Cup, isn't it? It really is. And then it will either be South Africa versus, on one side versus, well, England or USA. These are 3 possibilities. South Africa, England or USA versus New Zealand or Argentina in the final. So you've got to say, it looks likely to be England versus New Zealand. You've got to say it. We've got to back the boy Nathan Nichols for the big dance. Right, let's round out the stats and see where we sit. We got 3, 4, 5 stats maxed here. Goal kicking is just 1 away as well, 2 away for fitness. He is looking pretty hot with just 3 games remaining in this tournament and in this season as well before we look forward to 2020 and we have a look at this screen and who would interest us. But that is for a few episodes time. Thanks for tuning in for now. Things are likely to heat up next episode where we face the USA, who only lost to the All Blacks by 3, and then of course it'll be South Africa if we make it, and either New Zealand or Argentina if we make it that far as well. So thanks for tuning in and watching. Hope you're enjoying the series. I'll see you all very, very soon for the big guns, the knockouts. It is crunch time at Rugby World Cup 2019. Until then, take care.